If you're feeling a lot of pressure right now, this video is for you. Today, I'm gonna talk about doing more by doing less. Right now, more than ever, I feel there's so much pressure to get it right. If you are working from home, if you are homeschooling, if you are remote learning, if you've lost your job, how are you paying the bills? The election is around the corner. Everyone's stressing about that. We have layoffs, furloughs, the holidays coming. Is anyone feeling pressure? Raise your hand. If you are, it's okay. We're gonna get through this together. We're all in this together, and I know we are connecting on different levels right now of what we have in common, but let's talk about the stresses we're feeling, how we're gonna deal with them, and at the very end, stay tuned for a song that I want you to blast at the highest level to help relieve stress at the very end, and we'll leave you on a high note. Stay till the end so you can jam out with me at the end. Maybe we even need to start with a hug. Bring it in, bring it in, bring it in for the real thing. Okay, I just hugged ya. Now let's start. When I asked you guys what you wanted to talk about this week, there was just so many things, but a lot of time management, work-life balance, pressure for the holidays, like all these things were coming up and it just felt really heavy. And I get it. There's so much to think about right now. So let's try to reel it in. Let's try to reel it in. Let's reel it in and let's make it manageable so that we can get through this time together. Now there's always gonna be stuff, right? There's always gonna be problems. There's always gonna be issues, but let's think about what we can do to keep ourselves steady and grounded and still succeed when we are feeling so much pressure. The first thing I'm going to encourage that I learned from Tim Ferriss in the 4-Hour Workweek is to cultivate a low information diet. If you've never read the 4-Hour Workweek, what are you waiting for? It's not literally talking about 4 hours, because I hear a lot of people that are like, 4 hours a week? I could never only work 4 hours a week. It's not meaning exactly 4 hours a week. The whole point is to get to the point and not waste your life on the other stuff that doesn't get you anywhere. Does that sound a little bit familiar? If you're familiar with the Kate method, that's kind of how I feel about things also. You want to eliminate the noise and you want to get to the point. So when you are cultivating a low information diet, this could be temporary or a little bit longer, but the point of a low information diet is to not consume an excessive amount of content when you are overwhelmed. Like right now, especially if you're watching the news every minute of the day, you know you're feeling a sort of way. I'm not saying don't be informed. I'm saying maybe a little less news. If you're on social media constantly right now and it's making you feel bad, maybe you're trying to lose weight and you have like these Thinspiration Instagram pages you're following, and every time you look at her and she's got that perfect body and you're like, ugh, and it's making you feel terrible, maybe don't follow that for a little bit. If the news stresses you out right now with political messages and you're feeling bombarded, maybe minimize it a little bit. If you are taking hours to read your emails, junk mails, advertisements, all that stuff, and it's like a time sucker and it's making you feel overwhelmed, minimize that. I'm always all about eliminating or greatly reducing. I'll say it again. So if you cultivate a low information diet, you're not getting all the messages that you're used to. You are filtering. You're filtering out all the stuff that is just dragging you down, making you cluttered in your head. And again, a lot of it's just noise. You want the important things, focus on the important things. But if you can drown out the rest, at least right now when we're feeling this pressure, the pressure is going to start to lighten because it's not going to be all in your face. You know what I'm saying? The next thing I learned from Tim Ferriss, I'm just going to give you 2 of them because they're right off the top of my head that I practice. Do not answer the phone if it's a number you do not know. If it's important, they'll leave a message. If it is not important, don't worry about it. If you answer the phone and it is somebody you are not expecting, somebody that needs to suck up your time, you're gonna waste a lot of time and you're not gonna be prepared. If they leave a voicemail, then maybe you'll know what they need and you can call them back. But don't pick up a phone if you don't know who's calling. If you have important numbers, make sure they're programmed into your phone. But more than likely, it's not important. Let it go. They'll leave a message or they'll call you right back if it's important. Okay, just kidding. There's 3 actually. There's a third one from Tim Ferriss that I want to share. He says, and this one helps at work, or if you answer the phone, someone calls, whatever. This is how to get to the point. Again, not wasting time. Never say, hey, what's up? No. If you're at work and you're busy doing something and someone comes up, hey, Kate, don't say what's up. Don't say it. What's up is like opening the door to everything you don't care about in that moment. And I don't mean that insensitively, but a better way to handle it, to move things along, when someone comes up, hey, Sarah, how can I help you? Get to the point. You see what I'm saying? It's a subtle difference. Never ask someone what's up unless you really care and you have the time to listen. Another way to take the pressure off your own shoulders is to outsource things that you can afford and outsource things that other people can help you with to take the pressure off of yourself. For example, if you are really stressed out and don't have time to do groceries, can you order online and have them delivered? Can you order them online and drive through and pick them up? Find little ways to outsource these things so it will take the pressure off of you. So say you order online. That's a little bit quicker than going in the store, wandering around, buying things you don't need. That doesn't work for everyone, but again, I'm just trying to make you as efficient as possible. If you enjoy going to the grocery store and you like touching everything and looking at everything, don't take that pleasure away. But I'm just giving some suggestions if there's certain things that you can outsource. If it is in your budget to have someone clean your house and you're out straight all the time and you're stressed and you're yelling at the kids or yelling at your spouse and you can afford to have someone clean your house, maybe look into that and see if that's something that you can take off of your plate. Or is there somebody that does what you want to do even better that you can hire, contract, sub it out to do something? Like, for example, for me, when I am selling my new sweatshirts, my new hoodies and my mugs, I don't know how to do all that stuff. I design the sweatshirt, I design the mugs, and then I have SPRINGTEE do the shipping, the ordering, all that stuff. It's all done on that website. That takes tremendous pressure off of me. What do I know about that kind of stuff? I don't. So I do the part I'm good at, and then they do the rest. And yes, there are fees involved. I have to pay them to do that, of course. But for me, the opportunity cost far outweighs to have them do that part and not me. Which brings me to weighing your opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is all about taking what you have and maximizing that over a different decision you could make with the same thing. Let's say we have $200. You could use that $200 to go to a fancy dinner and go to a movie and have like a really nice night out. Or you could use that $200 to pay off debt and get you closer to the financial goal that you're going at. Or you could take that $200 and put it toward Christmas presents and take that pressure off. Or you could take that $200 and put it aside for a vacation later. There's so many opportunities, but you have to weigh what is going to get you the most bang for your buck. Which opportunity do you want to spend it on? You know what I'm saying? It's all about what's important to you and then going for the ones that you're going to get the most value out of. In most of these examples, we're doing less to do more. Instead of checking your emails all day long, decide on certain times you're going to look at your email. That's another Tim Ferriss tip, and stick to that. Because most of the time, email is kind of like getting someone's to-do list off of their plate and handing it over to you, and you still have to take care of your to-do list. Yes, you have to respond to these things, but Does it have to be like a Pez dispenser? Like, oh, email, 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 email. No, you can control when you look at these emails and when you respond. And maybe if you set designated times to do it, maybe at first it's once an hour instead of every 30 seconds. Maybe it's twice a day. Maybe it's 4 times a day, whatever works for you. But think of ways that you can control these things and not feel out of control. Do less to do more. Do less to get more accomplished. I know it's sinking in. Is it sinking in? It is. I can see it. I can feel it. Let it in. How else can we take the pressure off? Well, you know I am a big fan of slow mornings. I think if you haven't seen my slow mornings video, I'll leave it up here or I'll leave it down in the description. By having a slow morning, it guarantees me not starting off with stress and pressure. I wake up earlier than I'd say probably the average. Maybe many of you are early risers. I'm about 5 a.m. I'd say every day. And I have that hour to myself where I drink my coffee. I do everything that I want to do for that 1 hour. That's before I even start getting ready. I'm listening to inspirational YouTube videos. And then after that hour that I've had by myself, planning videos, maybe reading, whatever it is that starts my day off on the right foot, then I have that hour to get ready, pack Kaden's lunch, get his clothes, whatever I'm doing. If I've done some of the night before, that really takes the pressure off even more. So think about your nighttime routine, but definitely make sure that you have these routines that you put in place to take the pressure off and so you don't run around like a hot mess. Speaking of a hot mess, I did a video almost the exact same time last year on how to not be a hot mess. I will leave that in the description as well. In fact, I will leave it at the end screen. When you're done with this video, that is the next video I highly recommend you watch so that it gives you even more tips on how to keep it together and how to stay out of hot mess mode. You know what I'm talking about. What else could take the pressure off? I know, a budget. A budget that will help you keep your finances under control. Is your budget ready for November? We're creeping up on the end of the month. Whip out that budget and start planning for November. And if I were you too, I would be getting my eye on December so you can finish the year strong. If you're in my savings challenge right now, we are halfway through. We have 5 weeks left to save as much money as possible. If you are doing the savings challenge, can you leave me a comment down below? How much have you saved so far? Are you on track? We had people shooting for $1,000, $500, $250, and $100. How are you doing? Let me know down in the comments. I am so interested in seeing if you've been, people have been messaging me constantly. They're selling this, they're returning bottles, they're doing everything they can. They're doing overtime at work so they can make extra money. That makes me so excited to see how much you can accomplish. We've got 5 weeks until December starts. Let's see where we're at. Let me know where you're at. And here's one more little broken record from Kate. A little broken record snippet that I keep saying is put things on autopilot when you can. Put your bills on auto pay. Make sure your budget's on point so that makes sense. Get a budget buffer. If you haven't watched my budget buffer video, I'll leave that down below. I have endless amounts of content to help improve your life, help take the pressure off your shoulders, and help you get organized to live your best life ever. So please be browsing through my videos, go through my playlist of the ones that interest you most. I am here to help you. And now, a song you need to listen to as soon as we get out of here or after you watch the hot mess video, because I really think that one will be super helpful. But when you're ready to kind of just switch modes, get the stress off your shoulders, there is a song. You've probably never heard it before, but it's by Duran featuring Janelle Monáe and Nile Rodgers. You have to hear the song. It's called Pressure Off. And as soon as it starts, it's like, I wish I could sing and dance for you with this song, but I don't know with copyright issues if I would get nailed with it, so I can't. So just know that when it starts, that beat goes, and then it kind of picks up, and then it's just like you're gonna feel like, I can't say the words, I don't think I can, but just, it feels so good. It's called Pressure Off. It's the perfect theme song for what we need right now. It's time to take the pressure off. Can't you just feel it right now? Listen to what I just said, kind of like let it soak in. Did any of these things sound like they would be something that would help take the pressure off your shoulders right now? If they are, leave it in the comment. Leave me the one that stuck out the most, that you either like the most or you want to experiment with. And think about how we can take the pressure off, do more by doing less, and enjoy our lives more. I know right now we're struggling. A lot of us are struggling. All of us are struggling in one way or the other. But listen, it's gonna be okay, and we're going to take these little steps to implement and get better. The low information diet that I talked about, I really think would be super helpful, even if it's just for a small amount of time, to get our head right, get organized, and feel less busy, distracted, noisy. If you have any questions for me, please leave them below in the comments. If it's about this topic or closely related to this topic, I feel like there's like a big bubble bursting with, I feel like you guys have so much on this topic, so I could probably branch off with this in many different ways. So please leave any questions down below. I always try to post some stuff in my community tab too, so just keep an eye on that on my YouTube community tab. I've been posting a little bit more there with updates or polls, that kind of stuff, so everyone can stay involved. As always, thank you for watching. If you have not hit subscribe and you like this kind of content, please do. We are growing our community and we love that you're here. Hit the notification bell because sometimes I do lives and then you would know when I'm coming on. And also hit the thumbs up. It really helps my channel. I will also leave my merch link down below if you want a new hoodie that is representing the K-Squad that I'm really proud of. And you guys keep sending me your pictures and I keep trying to post them all over social media. Thank you so much for your support with that. I just want the K-Squad everywhere and everybody representing and super cozy for fall and winter. So thank you for that. I will see you guys in the next video. Go listen to that song. Go watch the hot mess video. I will see you next time. Take the pressure off. Bye. Wouldn't it be a video without Buns or Kaden?
Or Hannah.
Or Mr. Hannah. Where's Mr. Hannah? At least we got 2 out of 3.
Yeah, you had fun.
Have a great week, everyone.
I love him.